The NBA Season 8 2021 games and highlights coming up next. NBA Season 8 2021 matchups coming up next. New York Knicks 1-1-1-4, Miami Heat 9-1-4. NBA Season 8 2021 matchups coming up next. Brooklyn Nets 1-4-1-1, Detroit Pistons 5-1-8. NBA Season 8 2021 matchups coming up next. Houston Rockets 1-1-1-2, New Orleans Pelicans 1-0-1-2. NBA Season 8 2021 matchups coming up next. Golden State Warriors 1-2-1-2, San Antonio Spurs 1-4-1-0. NBA Season 8 2021 matchups coming up next. Boston Celtics 1210, Utah Jazz 195.
Good evening from Philadelphia and the city of brotherly love. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And here on South Broad Street, Jay, the spectrum used to reverberate. You can say the same now for Wells Fargo Center.
And you know what, Ed? All you need is a little bit of patience and a couple of top NBA draft picks, and you find guys like Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid that will forever change the face of your franchise.
These days, it feels like 1983 in South Philly. The Memphis Grizzlies control the tap. To Valanciunas. Joel Embiid sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Jonas Valanciunas missed his first. That one goes.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Has a chance. Deep two there, won't go.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Knocked loose. Josh Jackson. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on a defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Jay, what's the next step for Ben Simmons?
MVP, Ed. To win the MVP. But perception is reality. And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who have been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. Ben Simmons needs to get back to the lab, stay in the gym, continue to work on that jump shot, because this is still a team that lost 1-4 to the Celtics without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward.
It's Grizzlies ball. To right. From long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Here's Simmons with it up top. Down a point. And look out.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Jaren Jackson. Right. Here comes the screen. Right. Knocks it down from mid-range.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Driving is Simmons, but a shot no good.
Pick up.
To Valanciunas. Right. Dwight Howard with the block. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. Josh Jackson. Now a steal by Philly. To Embiid. Trying to cash in. Wide open look. Won't go. Josh Jackson to Valanciunas. Joel Embiid. Huge block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Howard. Short jumper. Won't fall. And the denial.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Nice finish at the rim.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Has a look. Add 2 points to the board.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Josh Jackson up against the 8-time All-Star. Dwight Howard with a piece.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
The assist from number 3.
To Jaren Jackson. Screen coming. The drive right to the basket. To the basket goes Jackson, but a shot won't fall. Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
Free throw try, off the mark. Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
Out of bounds, off Ben Simmons. Here comes the screen. To Jaren Jackson. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. Lets it fly from long range.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one goes down. Second of 3 is good. Hits all 3 free throws. To Howard. From the painted area, won't go down.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
And a whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 40.
Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Simmons driving, but a shot no good. No good, and no foul.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Memphis, they've got it.
Oh, yeah, easy.
To Jackson. Right. 5 on the shot clock for Memphis. Oh, Straight down the middle for 2.
That boy's living his best life.
Cleans it up. Offensive board. The follow won't go either.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Jaren Jackson. Doesn't get the bounce.
That's called a heat check right there. Surprised he missed that one. That was an open look.
Danny Green, guarded by Josh Jackson. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Deep left corner. To Jackson. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Nick Young. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
First try at the line, no good.
Subbing in for Philadelphia, number 31, Curry.
Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Grizzlies own the basketball to Kyle Anderson. Dylan Brooks, guarded by Seth Curry. Anderson to Dylan Brooks. Oh, nice find for the basket.
The assist from number 24, Dylan Brooks.
Seth Curry. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, good defense by Memphis as they come up with the steal. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
First one, counted. Able to convert on both free throws. To Nick Young. Bad pass taken away by the Grizzlies. And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Knocks down the first.
Coming right back to for the 76ers, number 3.
No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. And stuffs it home. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Has a chance. Brooks with a shot, no good.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
4-3, his first effort, off the mark.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
The rebound belongs to the 76ers. To Nick Young. For 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Amir Johnson.
To Kyle Anderson. Here comes the screen. Kyle Anderson, defended by Nick Young. The screen sets him up for 2.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Sixers control it. Finish Finishing inside the paint on that one.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Dylan Brooks. Here comes the screen. Dylan Brooks stuffs it down with authority.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
To Danny Green. Dylan Brooks sends it away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
And the basket good at the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
From the outside, no good.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Sixers have the basketball. To Danny Green. Here's a chance from long range. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Josh Jackson against Nick Young. Block shot.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the first quarter. The Grizzlies have the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Shot from the lane won't go.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything. That's why shots aren't dropping.
Gets a shot up off the mark. To Nick Young. Won't go down.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Here comes the screen. Dylan Brooks to Kyle Anderson. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. And he'll head to the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. 56% for his career. Off the mark on the first free throw. Misses the second as well. To Valanciunas. Joel Embiid rejects it. That's his third block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Free throws coming up.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximum effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
Misses the first. Knocks down the second after missing the first. To Kyle Anderson. Dylan Brooks. Shot from in close, no good. End the front court, comes Simmons. Margins 8. To Dylan Brooks. Fires the three. Off the mark. No good. Great pass to set it up. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Wide open look, won't go. Embiid. To Simmons. Has a look. The shot no good by Simmons. Now a step back.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
Right down Broadway for the two. Defender has to pick him up.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Has a chance. Not that time. To Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. With that, he's 5 for 9.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
To Dylan Brooks. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Not that time, and not his shot. And count the basket inside.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Here comes the screen. Parsons matched up with Howard. Jonas Valanciunas. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Baseline drive, but he can't finish. Dylan Brooks. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. To Dylan Brooks. Going to launch beyond the arc. Dylan Brooks. He's going to get 3 shots here. A career 74% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. Second to three. Got it. Three for three. Nice. Lays it up and in.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Valanciunas. Jaren Jackson. Down to 5 on the 24. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, good offense, beating good defense.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
And scores. Strong take. Now the Grizzlies will use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Substitution being made in this one.
This offer is only valid during today's game, so take advantage of this great opportunity.
To right. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block. Fourth this contest. Dwight Howard pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Shot by Valanciunas off the mark. To Embiid. Short jumper misses. Right with it. His team leads it by 10. To Valanciunas. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Number 21, Joel Embiid.
To right. Here comes the screen. Right to Jaren Jackson. Dwight Howard tips it. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Subbing in for the 76ers, number 15.
Right. Five on the shot clock. Has a look. Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone.
Old school equals high percentage.
From the painted area, won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Right. Oh, emphatic slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
And scores.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Grizzlies at the controls right now. Jaren Jackson to Kyle Anderson. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Nope, first one does not go. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. To Howard. No good.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Ben Simmons, a couple of free throws on the way. He's struggled so far. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Here comes the screen. To Jaren Jackson. And a chance coming up at the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
He connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
That's up, baby. Here we go. I got him.
To Embiid. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Hey, lock up.
Anderson.
Lock it down, lock it down.
Driving right to the basket. Down the lane to lay it in.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Josh Jackson. To Jaren Jackson. Working hard on the glass. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Embiid. Oh, good defense by Memphis as they come up with the steal.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Off the assist.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Nothing going here on that drive. Tough make through traffic.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Got it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Kyle Anderson. Josh Jackson. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Step back jumper.
You see the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Superman, Dwight Howard, now 3 for 9.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Memphis with the rock. To Kyle Anderson. Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. Josh Jackson. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Time expires to end the first half. The Grizzlies are way out in front.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Grizzlies put together a nice half and were rewarded with a solid lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Memphis Grizzlies. The 76ers were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Bench points.
The Philadelphia 76ers had enough difficulty dealing with the opposing starters, let alone their bench players. They really need to adjust for the depth of this opposing team and figure out how to slow them down.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Simmons with it. The deficit now up to 13. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Valanciunas. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Valanciunas giving you that size, giving you that length, a guy that can extend the defense. But you kind of forget that he was the 5th pick taken overall in 2011.
Shot from in close, no good. To Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson, guarded by Howard. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Not that time.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Cruises inside for 2.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Right with it. The advantage is 13 points. Josh Jackson above the rim on that.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
I'm here. I got ball.
Oh!
That kid can block out the sun, man.
It's Grizzlies ball. Josh Jackson to Jaren Jackson. He gets it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Embiid. Valanciunas there for the board. Josh Jackson. Count it.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Superman, Dwight Howard, 4 out of 10.
In the paint, you need to finish, just like that.
To Jaren Jackson. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Bad pass taken away by the Grizzlies.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Here comes the screen. And he can't convert the free throw. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Ben Simmons snatching it out of the air. Ooh, 5 now. Josh Jackson. Scores from the post. Simmons into the front court. Down a bundle. To Danny Green. Fires the 3. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Right.
To Valanciunas. And throws it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Has a chance. Deep. And a putback slam.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungrier.
To Simmons. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Josh Jackson. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Jonas Valanciunas at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Ben Simmons has got two shots coming, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. First one goes down. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. Finish that. Memphis, they've got it. Mike Scott swats it. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Mike Scott. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Right. The pass set it all up.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Anderson. To right. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. It's Howard, the rebound. To Simmons. And the finish. Slam dunk. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
To Kyle Anderson. Nothing going here on that drive. Off the mark. Well contested. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Kyle Anderson. Fine to shoot. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Beyond the arc for 3. Shakes free and hits.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Got a piece of it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Right with it. His guys holding the big lead. Offensive rebound on the follow. Way to stay with it.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Simmons. Trying to cash in. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
And the finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Here comes the screen. To Kyle Anderson. Yes, it drops. A little drama on that one.
When miracles happen, you accept it and you're thankful. But you don't expect it all the time.
Simmons to Howard. Grizzlies own the basketball. To Kyle Anderson. Has a look. The shot by Parsons, no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
From long range. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Off the mark. What on earth was he thinking?
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Deep right corner. Dylan Brooks to Kyle Anderson. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First one, count it.
Number 17, Jonas Valanciunas.
Can't connect on. Slams it home on the putback. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Runner here won't go down. To Simmons. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2.
Good shot, buddy. Good shot, buddy.
Grizzlies at the controls right now. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way, and a nice advantage for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies get the first crack at it as we begin the fourth quarter. And, Jay, I'm as shocked as you are. Neither of us expected this.
Ed, I'm sitting here shaking my head because I am baffled. I thought maybe they could have given them a game, but I don't think anyone saw them with a double-digit lead to start the fourth quarter.
Count it, and the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Josh Jackson trying to cash in on the three-point play. His career mark right now sits at 63%. Missed the foul shot. Seth Curry to Simmons. Jonas Valanciunas sends it away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Jaren Jackson to Jackson. Has a chance. Jackson's shot no good. To Simmons. Count the basket inside.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
To Dylan Brooks. Sixers control it. Rocking the rim.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
To Valanciunas. Easy pass to the rim.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson. No good, and no foul. Another shot won't go either. Josh Jackson with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Josh Jackson to Dylan Brooks. Jaren Jackson to Dylan Brooks. Nice pass to get things going.
Okay, look, not everything is going to make it into the scouting report.
Jonas Valanciunas, huge block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Lets it fly from long range. Seth Curry off the mark. Good defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Reset here. Let's see what they do. Here comes the screen. To Dylan Brooks. 4-3. 24-second violation. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. From the painted area, won't go down.
Hey, lock up.
To Jaren Jackson. No good. To Nick Young. Shot from the lane won't go. Josh Jackson. Sixers have the basketball. Great dish to set it up. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Shoot. Shoot. Let me see that dance, boy. Let me see it.
To Jackson. Here comes the screen. Josh Jackson to Jaren Jackson. It's Embiid with the rebound. Young with the basketball. His guys down big. Another chance. New blood coming in for both sides. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Probing the defense. Curling inside. And it's rejected.
Ooh, not skipping a beat. There are some things that you just cannot teach. That's called a 6'10 frame with a 7'5 wingspan.
Down the lane, but the shot won't fall. Right with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Knocked loose. Embiid. And finishes strong.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To right. Screen coming. Right to Kyle Anderson. Down to 5 on the 24. For three, he was all over him. To Simmons. The drive, right to the basket. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw's good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. Memphis with the rock to Jackson. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Josh Jackson to Valanciunas. Joel Embiid with a piece. Incredible. 6 tonight.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Embiid. Driving right to the basket, and they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. To right.
Hey, left.
Short jumper misses. Howard. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
It's Grizzlies ball. To right. Here comes the screen. Right. Shot clock winding down. Right. Shot clock violation. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Number 25, Ben Simmons. Entering the game for Memphis, number 50, Josh Jackson.
And a nice finish at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Valanciunas. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons to Danny Green. Simmons to Danny Green. Here's a chance from long range, and he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Oh, the slam popped out. Right with it. They lead it by 14. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First free throw is good.
For the Memphis Grizzlies, number 1, Kyle Anderson.
And he makes them both. Sixers control it.
I got him.
Sizing up the defense. Surveys the floor. Simmons. Off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Not that time. To Howard. To Simmons. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Can't connect on the first free throw.
For the Grizzlies, number 50, Josh Jackson.
Knocks down the second after missing the first. to Jaren Jackson. Right. Missed it. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. And he drains it.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Memphis, they've got it. To right. Probing the defense. Gets it in the right corner. To right. Fires the three. Hand in his face. Josh Jackson can't connect. The follow won't go either. Dwight Howard sends it away.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
To right. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Josh Jackson. Trying to cash in. The screen sets him up for two.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
To Embiid. Cashes in for two.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
The assist from number 25.
To Jackson. Nothing going here on that drive. Josh Jackson to Jaren Jackson. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Sixers have the basketball. To Simmons. And the reward, he's going to the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Ben Simmons, couple of free throws on the way. He's shooting 58% in this contest. And he connects on the first free throw. Two for two on that trip.
Good shot, buddy. Good shot, buddy. Come on, do it.
Screen coming.
Gotta get through this way. Get through it.
And counted at the rim.
Way to hit. Way to hit.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
The assist from
Grizzlies get the victory as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Grizzlies won this game after a close finish. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Memphis Grizzlies. The 76ers finished on the losing end of a close score. They did a great job with their ball movement, forcing the defense to constantly make adjustments. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for the win. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on the show in this game. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
This is what the future holds for the Philadelphia 76ers. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.